7:35. Good to have Lloyd Camp here over at mic number 3. Howdy, sir.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
See, he blends right into what we were just talking about.
Yes.
Because if you got your house on the market, or you're thinking about getting your house on the market, and you need to freshen up the front because that curb appeal is so important when you're pulling in.
See Camp's plans.
Well, that's one of the first things, isn't it, that people look at?
It's
It
the
really
first
is.
thing they see. I mean, we've pulled into the driveway with people, and they'll just say no.
Hey,
you might see the inside.
You know, when friends come over, that's the first thing they're going to see,
right.
too.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's exactly
Absolutely.
right. That's exactly. So it's so important to have that, especially this time of year. You know, we've had a winter, and it's been not so good. So now you get some nice flowers to pop in front, some new mulch.
Everybody's looking. Yeah, he's looking at my shoes. I've got red dye all over my shoes this morning where we was working on red dye.
So I mean, it really is important that you take a look at the outside of the house. When obviously for the real estate end, but just for your personal satisfaction of being able to go out and say, "Darn, doesn't our house look good?"
Doesn't that look right?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. And you can make that happen.
Absolutely. And with Mother's Day coming up, I mean, you're going to have folks that's looking for some nice gifts there that Mom's going to enjoy all year long. It's not going to be something that she's going to eat a box of candies and it all goes to her belly, and then she's going to be hollering at you the rest of the year. You know,
or a bouquet of something that sits in a vase that within a week
it's gone.
Is gone.
Yep.
You know, a plant. In fact, we had a death up in Chicago, and I had the guy. He sent the plant just for that reason, because it's something that they'll be able to take to their office or keep in the house or something. It'll remind them of that person going forward. So that's something to keep in mind as well.
You know, I think that's something Bob ought to look at. He ought to buy a real nice hanging basket or a real nice big patio pot and give to all of his better customers from the last year.
We might be able to work something out. I'm fine with that. That's how it all works.
See, put him on the spot here.
That is how this business works.
Did you bring the contract with you?
Boy, I've got it. I can write it up there.
It's all referrals and word of mouth, and knowing that you do a good job and being able to deliver that product.
That's right.
That's the big thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I will tell you, you know, we have got a lot of businesses that do things like that. We've got, matter of fact, First Security, and I'm not talking about plants, but we've got a fundraising business as well, and they buy some things every year and give out to some of their better account holders and so forth. I've had tractor dealerships, car dealerships, and so forth that would buy some things like that, and,
You do
and
the
boy, it just worked
popcorn
well.
part of that?
Absolutely.
That's you, huh? Okay.
Oh, you know what it is.
I do
then.
know what it is. Okay, now I know where to go for that too. Okay,
Absolutely.
This all works. It all works.
Now, how many? You were saying last time you were here, Lloyd. How many acres you got under one greenhouse? Then you have.
Well, we've actually got about 5 acres under plastic, but it's not under the same greenhouse. We've got different houses due to different climatic conditions that's needed. But I've got one house that's got 17,000 square feet under it. I've got another one with a little over 10,000. And then the balance of them are smaller houses.
And on a day like today, that comes in useful because people can still come in your place and stay dry.
Absolutely. Come on in. Doesn't make any difference if it is raining. They can stay dry.
That's right.
And we can control
You can control the
moisture and so
environment
forth.
much
Yes,
better. Sure,
absolutely.
Sure.
Now you, all of your plants are grown right here.
That's correct. Well, the majority of them. Once in a while, there will be a few things that we can't efficiently grow here. Some of the tropicals and so forth. It just costs too much for the heat bill. Mm-hmm. But yes, most of them are raised right here.
Now, do you have the vine plants and the bushes? I mean, if somebody came to you and said, I want to build this big, beautiful display with my little gazebo and I want some kind of flowers running up over here, you can hook them up on all that stuff.
Absolutely. We've got probably the widest variety of cultivars that there is in the state. I think we've got like 150 different varieties of perennials. My lands. I think there's over 50 different varieties of tomatoes that we have out there.
50 different varieties.
You know, there's just, if you're looking for it, we're probably either have had it or going to get it in. Some of the items sell out very quickly, and we can't get any more in. I've already had some of those items that's come out this year that we can't get any more in.
Aside from the plants, do you guys do? And I'm kind of blindsided. Do you guys do landscaping? If you come out and I say, I was thinking that we would put this little thing over here.
We'll be glad to advise you on it, but as far as the landscaping end, we do not.
Okay.
We leave that to some others.
That's fine.
We try to put our professional knowledge into the raising of the plants and having those ready for landscapers that do come in
That's
and
good.
buy from us and so
Good,
forth.
good.
Yeah.
But now you can give advice if somebody says, I have a sunny spot out front. You're going to direct them
Absolutely.
to the most
The
beautiful.
type
Absolutely.
of plants. Yeah, yeah. Hey, and I messages from home here. Your location, where somebody wants to come and see, looking for something for Mom, where would they go?
We're on 62 Southwest, just outside the city limits, or out at Midway. They're at the junction of 5 and 126, their main growing area. We do have a location over in Harrison. We got one over in Highland. And I'll tell you what, it has been so busy. My daughter told me this last week, she said, Dad, she said there was one time there, she said, I looked at the big garage doors going out front, and she said, you could not even walk through the crowd that was there. And she said, I grabbed two other people and said, we went up and said, two of us went to carrying stuff to people's cars and one calling out prices and letting the cashier check them out, and said in about 10 minutes that we had everybody through.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's good. Teamwork is always a good thing. Now, is the place in Midway, is that a retail operation or is that?
It's both. We
both?
do
Okay.
we do our growing there, plus we have a retail there.
Okay.
Probably the biggest retail location we've got is on 62 Southwest, just outside of Mountain Home.
And that's on the
It's on the left side going
on the
out.
left side
On the
going
left side.
out of
It's
town,
kind of on the
right?
curve of the highway, just
Right.
before you get to the new tech center. From
And I say that
That's
just because
correct.
people don't know, you've been here forever. Not everybody has been. So there's
Absolutely.
new people of these 30-some houses that sold this week. They don't know where all these things are, and that's why we bring that up.
They
Do you
have
a
no
phone
idea, do
number?
they?
Right.
Yes.
They have a phone number that they could
Yes,
call?
425-6925.
6925? Okay.
And one things I think cool is every year some birds build nests in some of your hanging baskets, and those are not for sale, people. Don't touch them. You can
Don't
look
get
at
the birds
the
don't go with
birds.
it, huh?
He will not come off.
We
those
got
baskets.
we got a half a dozen of them out there. I had a lady come out the other day. She was looking for salmon-colored geraniums, and I called Lisa down at the other store. Said, "Have you got any?" She said, "Yeah, I've got enough to take care of her." I said, "Okay, well I'll send her down." Well, after she left, I look, and out on the end of the greenhouse there, here is a salmon-colored geranium, and I told my help, I said, "You messed up." I said, "You still had one of them out there." And she said, "Oh no, that's got a bird nest in it."
Well, that's good. That's good. That's
taking care of nature.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
People love coming and seeing that, and they'll listen to the birds chirp up in there and watch them as old mama feeds and so forth. It's kind of a cool deal.
Yeah, because they realize that that's going to be their next stop at their house when they
Yep.
when they come home, and maybe a bird will come and build in there, and
Absolutely.
build for them.
Well, how's things going? You got are you sold out, or you still got plenty left for all the moms out there?
Oh no, we've got plenty left. As you and I was
Good.
talking earlier, there we planted up about 4,000 of the big 14-inch patio pots.
4,000.
Still got a lot of hanging baskets and so forth. But now I will tell you, come on out and look around,
The
because
selection's
there is
going to get smaller. as
It
the-
will. My lady over at Harrison called me yesterday evening, and she said, "Lloyd, I'm afraid I'm not going to have enough for Saturday." Said I'm just said I brought stuff and kind of rearranged it. And she said it all sold out yesterday.
Well, that's good.
She's got plenty.
Yeah.
We're going to take her another load over tonight, I think. So we'll be okay there. But she was getting kind of concerned, and we took her a semi load just 2 days ago. So that kind of gives you an idea of how people's out looking for stuff this year.
Yeah.
And the point I want to make is, Lloyd, when folks come out and get a hanging basket or one of the big potted plants, it's something that's going to last from now almost to Christmas, literally.
Absolutely. I've actually seen wave baskets blooming just before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Have kind of a mild fall. They'll stay down to 14 degrees on the wave petunia.
Wow. So you can put them hang them in the move them into the garage.
Yeah, literally.
Literally, you can. Now, they're probably not going to do real well to bring them out the next year, just simply because you don't have the light that you need in there for them and so forth. But
Okay.
yeah, a lot of times they will survive.
I know the baskets I had last year, had I not forgot to bring them in during that heavy frost, they would have lasted up through about December 5th. It
Yes.
was about late November. I thought, doggone it, forgot to bring them in and ruined them,
Now
They
you
will
have
last.
other plants that go longer than that, like ferns. Wouldn't that go year after year
Yeah, yeah.
after year?
Oh, take them in the house. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's been kind of one of our claims to fame, if you will, on ferns. My goodness, we get some in that'll have a spread on them of 48 inches. If
Wow.
you spread the ferns out, 12-inch baskets. We bring those in. I don't raise them myself, but I bring them out of South Florida, and man, they are just totally gorgeous. But now, don't come out unless you get out there today looking for any, because they're going to be gone after today.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. You know what I enjoyed last year is just standing there at the entrance of the main greenhouse last year and just look at the vast array of color.
Absolutely.
I mean, it makes the NBC peacock look bland.
Now, let's don't talk about that peacock.
Mercy. Bob, you got a question?
No, we're just, I mean, the number of things, obviously we have plants and we have potted, like palm type things that you can grow, and you can bring those into the house. They don't need a lot of attention.
Absolutely.
So if you're just looking for a little life in the house, that may be an option for people.
You know, there's a lot of quote unquote house plants that does very, very well out in the sun. You get into some of the mouse-eared Jew, and back when KT's had their barbecue over by Lakeview, they would bring geraniums, and then they'd get little pots of mouse-eared Jew, and they'd plant those around the geraniums, set them right out by the road. They got no care, because we'd go over there every once or twice a month, and I'd go out and deadhead the geraniums, and it was obvious they hadn't been watered or anything. They was gorgeous all summer long.
That beats all. Well, we'll take a quick break. Visiting Lloyd Camp of Camp's Plants. Be right back. $7.50 on a rainy Friday.
It's been on and off,
Let's see what the radar
Coming
looks
down
like
again.
here. Yep.
But we can use
which is good. We can use it. We can use it. They had, I'll tell you what, they had Bull Shoals was open yesterday because that river was screaming. So they must
I
have
think
been looking.
they were running 6 generators all day, I think I heard.
I think they must have been looking to get it down a little bit,
Yeah.
expecting this rain coming this weekend,
Yeah.
because that river was just moving.
Well, at least it's not Oklahoma. I think my
Boy.
buddy had 16 tornadoes touch down. One of them tore up a big cat sanctuary, so
Yeah,
they had
I just see it.
lions and the tigers told people to stay indoors.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you get 8 inches at one time, you just, there's no way for it
No.
to go away fast enough. It's just not possible. Not possible.
Oh,
Real quick, in Calico Rock, tomorrow, the Calico Rock Lions Clubs host their second annual all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast. It's a fundraising event from 7 till 10:30, be held at the United Methodist Church Fellowship Hall on Highway 56 in Calico Rock, Arkansas. Of course, with a pancake breakfast, the menu will have pancakes, sausage, fruit cup, juice, or coffee. Ticket prices will be $8 at the door. Children 10 to 4 will be $3. And let's see. Proceeds will go towards funding Lions Club local community service projects. They've got the Easter egg hunt, the 4th of July fireworks, college scholarships, and the upcoming Lions Club sponsored rodeo.
Lions Club does a great job. The Lions Club sponsored the car show last week,
Oh, did they?
actually out at out in the park out there in Cotter. It's a very nice event. The whole Cotter, the Trout Festival, and all the things that go with it. The artists that are out there, and then the vendors in the park, the car show. They had dinner the night before. They had a really nice dinner on Friday night, and it's all things that help the area, just add to the quality of life of the area.
Yep. So folks in Calico, Pineville, Brockville, run over to Calico Rock tomorrow over at the Methodist Church and enjoy a pancake breakfast for the Lions Club.
And then come to the car show.
Come
Drive back into town and
Come
come
on.
by and see us.
Come on. And what else we need to promote here real quick before we talk to Lloyd one more time?
that's about it.
Let me promote this is over at Cotter. Please. The Wesley United Methodist Women of Cotter, Arkansas is having their annual Mother's Day bake sale tomorrow at Sunfest Market in Gassville. It starts at 8. Hopefully it'll end at 1 or earlier if they run out of goodies. You can buy cakes, cookies, homemade breads, pies, crust, much more. Give your mom something sweet and yummy for Mother's Day. That's at Sunfest Market in Gassville, the United Methodist Women of Cotter, Arkansas.
That's a good
And then
thing.
the kids are going to be in concert. The Sky Meadow Fine Arts Spring Concert Fund. These kids were fabulous in Yellville.
When Tim Griffin, the lieutenant governor, get up there to speak, when he says, I come to a lot of these rubber chicken type things, where they come to these events, and he says this is the best one that he had been at because of the kids playing during the thing. I mean, they're all young kids, but I'll tell you what, they can make those violins and everything just sing.
The Fine Arts, the Sky Meadow Fine Arts group is a bunch of young people that is a string orchestra.
Yeah.
Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
It's going to take place on Friday the 15th at 6 p.m. at Dunbar.
That's be a good event.
And Lloyd Camp, let's go out and buy some flowers.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bob mentioned the kids there a while ago. That's great.
Is.
Kids are special.
Yep.
Kids are special. And I'll tell you, I have so many that comes in. We've got a lot of 4, 5, and 6-inch potted plants that the kids just love to buy one of them and take it home to mama.
There we go.
Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old kids,
They're
you'll
just
come
proud
in.
as punch, ain't they?
You bet.
Sure.
You bet.
That's what you want.
And they love it. Mamas love it.
Yeah.
We've got several schools here, or school classes rather, around here that will buy plants, buy pots. They'll take them to school and they'll pot them up, and let the kids take them home that way as well. So that really works out well. These kids are special when it comes to mamas and grandmas.
Or just
and
even
so
a
forth.
little. With speaking of schools, and it will be wrapping up because it will be spring someday. Just a little gift for a teacher that did an extra special job for you. That may be a nice little touch. Instead of an apple, a little plant that she can leave on her windowsill over the summer.
Absolutely, or put it out in her flower garden.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
And it's within a kid's budget. I mean, kid can take its allowance saved and feel good about itself and
Absolutely.
buy mama a plant, afford it.
I mean, you're talking about things that's $3 to $6.
Yeah.
That's not very very expensive to say thanks for a job well done, or thanks to mama for being my mama.
Betcha.
Absolutely.
That's the perfect gift.
Let's
folks.
talk locations. We got a little under a minute to go here, Lloyd. Your locations in Missouri and Arkansas.
Okay, got 2 up in the central part of Missouri, Eldon and Versailles. But the major ones that we would reach here would be Harrison, 62412 Business, 62412 in Highland, and then of course the 2 right here locally in Mountain Home and Midway, one on 62 West, just outside the city limits, and the one at Midway, where we do all the raising there of all the plants and so forth at the junction of 5 and 126.
If you want a lasting Mother's Day gift, see Lloyd Camp and his group of professionals at Camp's Plants.
Come on out and see us, and we'll appreciate it very much. And I know that the folks that you're buying for is going to as well.
You betcha. Bob Zadora, Bob Linda, real quick, your phone number.
870-405-0793. Give my honey a call, and let us come out and take a look at your house. Or if you're thinking of buying something, give us a call, and we'll help you to complete the process.
Sounds good. Wraps it up. We'll be back on Monday.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Absolutely.